Famous for Nothing podcast. This is episode 45. I apologize about the long-term wait. It's been about 3 months. 1 month for you guys because we did post a video of him and his fiance a month ago, but that was actually filmed 3 months ago. Spoiler alert.
Oof.
But yes, and little secret, we've already messed up on the intro. This is the second time.
Well, we didn't mess it up. We just wanted to make sure it was like good before we actually went in a whole hour, and then it was like, oh shit.
Yeah. He wanted me to explain about the I guess episode 50. I'm changing things up, kind of. I want everything to be in 4K, and so this one's gonna be in 4K, which is why I went to go check. And not only was it in 4K, it was in 250 frames, which means. For people that don't know, that means it would have been super jittery in normal speed, but it'd been like so good in slow motion. But considering this is gonna be over an hour, we probably don't need to do that.
That'd be like a 3-hour video just in slow motion.
But yeah, I mean,
what are you recording at now? 60?
Yeah, I'm at 50 frames right now.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, 50 frames, 4K. So it's gonna look a little bit better for you guys. And after episode 49, I am going to upload 1 through 25 or 1 through 24 because those are audio only, at least on YouTube. Everyone else, you're fine. But if you listen to this on YouTube, then 1 through 24 is only going to be audio. But I will upload those after 1 through 49. Then episode 50, I'm going to have my son on and then try to be more consistent after episode 50. But these next 4 episodes, I cannot tell you when they're coming out.
Oh, yeah? What's going to be your consistency after 50? Go ahead and get that confirmed.
I'm not getting anything confirmed, but I'm going to say at least 1 every 2 weeks. Like, one every week.
So about twice a month?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
At least, minimum, you know.
You can hear the train, too.
You
Lovely.
you can choo-choo. But yeah, I mean, I would like to have it at least 2 times a week, and if I can get more, I would get more. So, because I try to do it once a week before, and at that point, I felt like I was just kind of being a nuisance to people. And because I just kept, hey, you guys, you do the podcast today? You want to do the podcast this time? And then that was the time when I was also getting like, not only was I asking people for the podcast, people was asking me for the podcast, which was great. But it was like last minute of like people just bailing out. And I was just like, which is fine. Things happen and stuff, but it was happening a lot. And doing it every week, I was like, okay, I don't have a backup plan. So for example, if I do it every other week, and say if like someone does end up like bailing out somehow, and the next week I get someone else and they don't bail, well then I still have that every other week consistency. So it still works. But yeah, so
how many people would bail out like on a regular schedule?
I'll tell you after this because I don't want to.
That's fair.
I don't want to. I don't. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, but no, it's not just like bailing out. It is more of like
things get in the way, things happen.
Yeah. It's just life. It's life. Like I'm not mad because someone couldn't come or whatever. But it is like okay, now I'm scrambling to figure out what I'm gonna do now. But like I said, it's not a big deal. Life happens. But you was asking about Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
so,
for people that can't see, he has a Majora's Mask little, emblem up there? Like a little...
It's the Majora, it's actual,
like a decoration up there?
Yes, it's his mask.
Yeah.
I would say, it's from Majora's Mask, but literally we're saying, like, I don't know. Majora's Mask.
Yeah, we...
it's the actual mask from the game.
I was asking him how it was, because, again, the only Zelda game I've played is, I think it was the second one, and Breath of the Wild.
I played Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess, and Majora's Mask.
Is Majora's Mask any good? Because I'm thinking about getting it on 3DS.
I like it a lot, but can I tell you a secret just between me and you? Nothing public at all.
Yeah.
About this.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my son's name is Link.
Yeah.
So big deal.
Phoenix Link.
Yeah. His middle name is Link, and as far as Zelda goes, my secret is like I've never completed a Zelda game from beginning to end.
Ooh. Oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Yeah. I have played Ocarina of Time with my uncle. You know Zach.
Yeah.
He played it my time, but I played that, and so I know everything that happened in the game, but I've never beat it from beginning to end. Majora's Mask. When I got Majora's Mask, I played it a good bit by myself, and then there was like a battery pack you have to play with it.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad got a new battery pack for the 64, but it being used games at the time, the battery pack that I had was also like a memory card, and whoever had that before beat Majora's Mask. So I had all the stuff in Majora's Mask, so it was pretty cool. Twilight Princess, I guess I just never finished that one. Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty much at the end of that, but that was like 2 years ago, and I never finished it. So.
Did you buy the DLC?
No.
For Breath of the Wild?
Mm-mm.
I like Breath of the Wild. I wanted to get Majora's Mask. My fiance's dad, basically my father-in-law, he's got Majora's Mask and Skyward Sword. Don't quote me on that.
So, yeah.
Both for 3DS, and since the 3DS store is gone now, they've closed it down. I want to try and get that from him. And I was wondering if it was any good.
Yeah, I would love to play Majora's Mask again myself. But
are you excited for Tears of the Kingdom? Come out, I think it's this month, next month, something like that.
No. Like I said, I haven't played a game since this year. Since this year started, I've not played any games. Except, okay, well, let me go and just go on another topic real quick. The reason I haven't played a game, there is one game I am trying to play right now, but I have not started it yet because I'm watching a show. Have you seen Attack on Titan or watch any anime?
I have heard about it. I know what it's semi about.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch it, but me and anime don't really click very much. It has to be like Avatar level story for me to really be into it. But I know the gist of it, kind of, yeah.
So I've tried to watch Attack on Titan. This is my third time now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tried it one time by myself when it very first came out, season 1. You know, it was kind of big at the time. Tried again with my girlfriend, Killian, or whatnot. And we just never finished it. But the big thing for me was I want to wait until it's over, and I want to be able to like
watch it all. Yeah.
So either tonight or tomorrow night, I'm not sure, but the last episode like of the whole thing is coming out. Oh. So I started last week rewatching it. You know, it's Killian. Dude, I've been binging this shit. I started again at episode 1, and right now I'm on episode I think 87 right now. And there's only like 90 episodes or so. So I'm like almost done with it. Yeah. So I've been binging the hell out of that. But anyway, once I get done with that, once I finish that, I'm going to play a game called Ghostwire Tokyo. Don't know anything it's about at all. Don't tell me if you do know.
I mean, I'll just give you like the basic that you probably should know.
No. I'm going to go in completely blind.
Like,
no.
You know it's made by Bethesda, right?
Yeah, I know that. And I just found that out like...
Tokyo Game... Tango Gameworks made it. Same people that made Evil Within.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool. But yeah, no more information. I want to
go
in completely blind.
They wanted it to be a lot bigger than what it was.
Shut up! Shut up! I don't want to know. I don't want any expectations at all. All right, I know nothing about this game. All I've seen is the cover, and I know it's based in Tokyo. I just want to be able to like go into it blind. Okay. He's gonna be like, yeah. I mean, like
the whole story. Right
yeah, the story's this.
I don't know the story.
Yeah. He's already like, yeah. I thought it was gonna be bigger than it was, and it's kind of disappointment. Now I'm going.
I'm hard on him, so you can take my advice with a grain of salt.
Well, I have no expectation, and I don't know the last time I played a game blind at all. Like, just went in there, didn't know a damn thing about it, and just be like, let's just try this. Let's see what I think.
Most games that come out, you know something about it.
Yeah.
They're either sequels or remakes.
Welcome to 2020.
Right?
What 2020 plus, I guess. I think that's when most of that started, right? Like around that time.
Like 2018 and up. That's when it started to really... Like, new IPs kind of started to die out, and they really wanted to capitalize on sequels and remakes.
Who brought that back? Like, who made a remake and it was just super big, and everyone's like, damn, we can do that?
I know Resident Evil 2 was big when that came out. That remake was huge.
Final Fantasy 7 remake? I don't know when that came out, though.
That was 2020. Doom? Like, 2016 Doom?
Well, that wasn't...
It was like a reboot.
Yeah.
God of War, that was a big one. It was, again, a reboot. Yeah. It was a sequel. But remakes, I want to say Resident Evil 2 started that, because after that, they came out with a bunch more, like Dead Space, The Last of Us, and stuff like that.
I'm getting tired of that shit.
What?
Especially them remaking games that's, like, not even that old.
Well...
Like, Dead Space and Last of Us, like, does it really need a remake? No,
obviously
it does not. Like, the old one holds up, it's fine. But
I'm actually playing the old one. It is awesome.
Oh, what'd you think about Last of Us? Spoilers.
The TV show?
Yeah.
Okay. I loved the games. I love the TV show. I have a few problems with the TV show. I love the character of Ellie in the TV show. I hate the actress because of her casting. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
She looks nothing like Ellie.
You're the first person that has agreed with me with that. I'm sorry. I think she's not too bad as an actor, but I don't think she should be Ellie.
She was an amazing Ellie acting-wise.
Yeah,
but
I guess.
the look, no.
Well, I mean...
I never buyed she looked like Ellie.
I don't think they travel the looks on anybody.
Well, besides Joel.
I mean, yeah, besides Joe. But Joe's daughter was, like, black, and, you know, in the game, she was white.
True.
But I mean, the daughter, and I don't know anybody's name, but the daughter was, like, really good in it.
Sarah,
so,
yeah.
So, I don't think it's about the look for me. It's just more about her.
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
I had a problem with that throughout the show, but eventually she started to grow on me a little bit. But again, I never really fully bought she was Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
I know season 2 is going to go over part 2, the game, which they can have fun with that.
They said they're not recasting her.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they not recasting her?
No, they're not.
Oh, that's fine. I'll still watch it.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
I think the infected in the beginning of the show, like the first episode, was the best. How they were just running into shit all the time. They were spastic. And then it kind of got a little bit more watered down a little bit. You didn't really see much more infected after that, besides episode 3, 4. The one with Sam, the black guy.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers, by the way, just heads up.
Yes, there were color people in this.
when the bloater is in there.
Yeah.
That's when all the infected are rolling in and stuff. After that, you don't really see much more infected. But I like the show. I don't think it's better than the game. I think the game is much better.
Oh yeah, 100%. I have a problem. Like, I guess my biggest complaint would be the ending. And
I haven't seen the last episode, but I've played the game. I know the story, so go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to give spoilers away for anybody's watching. But the ending of. Okay, small spoiler, I guess.
Yeah.
Of the hospital scene.
Okay,
so,
this is almost a 10... Actually, it is a 10-year-old game. It will be 10 years old this year.
Yeah.
If you haven't played The Last of Us, the original, the remaster, the remake, and now the PC port, you're living under a rock. And now the TV show.
Well, some people are like, I don't like games. I just want to watch a TV show.
Well, the show's been out for like a good few days.
But shame on you for not knowing the origins.
Right.
But the hospital scene, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say that. So Joe gets to really show how much of a badass he can be. And in the TV show, you haven't seen it yet, but it doesn't really show him be a badass. They really make it like dramatic. Instead of
it's more of a drama instead of an action.
Yeah, and they really showed that on the last scene, and I was disappointed because I was really looking forward to that scene of the hospital, of Joe in the hospital. And I was like, dude, this is gonna be so cool.
Funny enough, one of the surgeons in the operating room whenever Joel's in there, the woman in the very back is Laura Bailey. That's the voice actor for Abby in part 2.
Well, I thought it was voice actor of Ellie.
No, that's Ashley Johnson. She was a big character in the show. I just can't remember. I didn't see the episode yet. I know Troy Baker was in the episode with David.
Yeah.
He was like the part of the cannibal group, I think.
He was a really good actor, by the way.
Yeah.
Really good actor.
He did the voice for Joel, so yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that was Troy Baker until the end. Until they did the whole thing. I just saw him, and I was just like, oh, whatever, good character. But, yeah, then, like, this is Troy Baker. I'm like, oh, shit. I forget your face.
Now, I know Amazon is making a God of War show. I think it's Amazon. Don't get me wrong. And the creator of God of War, he made God of War 4. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
It's called God of War, man.
Yeah. They're making the TV show, and they're like, we got to make it as good as The Last of It. We have to do this. But yeah, I liked it. I think it was pretty good. For what they were doing and the huge inflated budget they had, it was $10 million an episode. They did really good.
Yeah, it is a pretty big budget.
Although I hated the shaky cam. I hated that shit. For $10 million, it felt so amateur. Is that
Fair.
just me?
I think because I do videos, sometimes I like a shaky cam more than a not shaky cam, but when it's too much, it takes you out of it.
Like, I understand, like, being trying to put the audience in the situation with the shaky cam to, like, simulate running or, like, getting away from something, but then again, if you show all of it, I think it's a lot more effective than if you were to just, I don't know, like shake it all around. And
I think like whenever it's like a lot of movement, I don't mind it. But what bothers me is whenever, especially just not even that, but like in movies in general, if when people are just normally talking or the camera's just following somebody and that's shaking so bad, oh my God, that is frustrating.
You noticed that too in The Last of Us.
God, I'm just like, ugh.
Me and my fiance were watching. We're like, dude, they're just walking. Why are you like doing this? It's like, just do like a steady cam, like just trawling or something. It's not that hard. $10 million and you're telling me you can only do shaky cam? This is bullshit.
Oh, update on my finger, by the way. I don't know how long, when you guys figure out last about my finger, but it was broken before. I don't know if it was healed the last episode, but this one got healed. I fucked up my other one. So.
Nice.
Dude, it was so bloody. I did throwing axes, and
oh, is that fun?
Dude, okay, so it's not as manly and stuff as you think it would be, but my buddy Josh, he just they went to some axe place and they got in trouble because they was like for example, they was trying to throw two axes at the same time. Like, hey, dude, you can't do that. You know, they're like, fuck this shit. So he built his own shed at his house and he invited me over.
Oh shit!
And I've never thrown axes before, and so he gave it to me. And it's not even an axe; it's like they're like hatchets, you know. But he gave it to me, and I was like, I've never done this before. But I threw it up in the air and kind of did a little spin and went to go catch it. And then I cut my finger.
Nice.
So before I even threw it, I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
That's a good start.
Yeah, and then he's like, you got you? I was like, yeah, it's just a little cut. And then when I picked it up, I went to go do this, and the blood's just going down, and it was just blood everywhere. I was like, oh, shit, I need to, like...
deal with this first.
Yeah, probably. But then after that happened, I threw it, and on my first try, I got it.
Nice.
But then, but after a while, it was just kind of like, I don't know, but once you start getting it down, it starts to get a lot funner. And we started doing this thing called Comanche because, you know, we're not in a fucking place you have to play. We can do whatever we want. So what we do, we call it Comanche, or I don't call it, Josh's brother. He's the one that came up with it. But pretty much you just run at it, and as you're running, you just jump up in the air, and you just fucking you toss it, and it feels so good when you get it down. And I can tell you, dude, I've gotten it down. Like and if I do Comanche, dude, I make it like almost every time. Just about every single time I'm sitting here like making it. But if I stay still and try it, no luck. But we're just getting creative with it. I'm over here like we're like going sideways and like going not parallel, but like it's right here and we're running this way, right? So I'm just running to the side and we jump up in the air and then turn your hips real fast and you're just like, and you're throwing the axe at it. Dude, it's so fun. I'm sorry.
Sounds like it.
Podcast guys probably don't know what the hell I'm saying, but
I mean, I know it was a big thing when it was on TikTok and stuff. I don't see a lot of people doing it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a need for it, I guess, but I was already going to go to his house anyway, and he's like, "Well, I'm building this, so we're throwing axes." So I'm like, "Okay, sure."
I would love to go to like a rage room.
Yeah,
I hear those are fun. You have to bring your own shit to beat up, don't you?
I would hope not.
I don't know.
What the fuck are you paying me to be in there for? Fucking, I got a spare bedroom. Go ahead.
I don't know, legally. I meant to tell you this. I finally broke down when I was at McKay's, and I told you I bought the Xbox. I bought Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 on the PS4. I got the 1.5 like remix. I got like the one that comes with 1 and 2 remix, and all the middle games too. I can't remember all the names, and there's so fucking many. And then I got 3. All of that together, $20.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like Kingdom Hearts probably gonna be shit. Why are you gonna try that game? I
don't know, man. It looks a little old.
I know. If you got all those for $20, it's probably not very good, dude. That's what I'm saying. But by the way, guys, who are if you are a Gamecast listener, about Kingdom Hearts, a Gamecast.
We never continue Kingdom Hearts 2.
So they don't even know what the hell happened. They just okay. So we did Gamecast, we did Kingdom Hearts, and then we went to Resident Evil, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 was supposed to come out. Okay, so this it was just a whole nightmare. So the Kingdom Hearts 2, we actually did the video. Okay, the video was done, and we filmed it and everything, and then a little boo-boo happened, and the video got I want to say corrupted, but it didn't actually get corrupted. It just got deleted on accident. I was fixing my memory card, and it's called formatting. I just format my memory card, but it just takes everything off, whatever. But I forgot I did not transfer the videos to the actual computer. Anyway, videos were gone, but I do have the audio still, which I realized recently when I was going through my shit. So I'll just put that out. I didn't recently. I found out like a few months ago. But anyway, I'll probably put that out as a bonus episode. But at some point, if you still want to, we could do Kingdom Hearts 2 also.
Oh yeah, we need to finish that one.
Yeah, we can actually do it now.
Especially since I have them bought now. They're actual my copies, and I'll be playing it through. I can finally go like step by step with you on that one.
Yeah, we'll do it right now. So Sora
Good luck.
goes into a thing, and then this guy named Roxas shows up, and then Sora comes back. Yeah, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took us 2 hours to do all that.
That's how it happens. No, but yeah, we'll go more in detail. Your reactions and stuff, or whatever you would have, it's not going to be as genuine as it would be as the first time, But
maybe we can scoot by some stuff and kind of go a little bit further than we did before.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll go by a little faster and whatnot. But also, it's like it's been like what. When we filmed that episode and never put it out, it's been like 4, maybe 5 months by this point. 4 months, I think.
Almost half a year.
Yeah. So I think redoing Kingdom Hearts 2 from the start and just keep going.
Have you been watching any movies or anything like that recently?
Attack on Titan. I've been bitching the shit out of it.
I hope you don't mind. I'm getting my phone out, so if it goes off, ignore it. April Fool's, by the way. Happy April Fool's.
Oh, yes, we are filming this on April Fool's, and WrestleMania is out right now.
Yeah, we almost missed out doing this just to go watch it, WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, can I tell that story real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go nuts.
Okay, so he was coming over for the podcast, okay? And I have gotten into WWE, professional wrestling recently, because I feel like this is the stages, if you get into it, is when you're a kid, you love it. You really love it. And then when you start becoming that little teenager stage, when you start growing up, you're like, oh, that shit's fake.
Yep. But then you realize, like, it's meant to be fake.
Yeah, and then even when you're like, I guess like 18 and stuff, you're like, that shit is so fucking fake. Why would you even watch that shit? Like, that's so lame. But as you become an adult, you get past like 22 or so, or you get around that age, you're starting to realize like, oh, this is actually really fucking cool,
Yeah.
So
it's just old guys beating each other up. That's all it is.
So anyway, yeah, I've gotten into it recently, and WrestleMania is actually out today. But reason bringing that up was we have a cousin named Tyler who is also really
he was on the very first or second episode.
Was he? Yeah, he's in the first 10.
Back when the table was over here.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, man. There's no video of that, no proof.
Nope. It's just audio. You can't convict me.
But yeah, we have a cousin who's super into it, and so I called him to I was like, hey, you just want to go my cousin Tyler, I'd say my cousin Tyler, but anyway, I was just like, hey, you want to go to Tyler's house and watch WrestleMania and whatnot? And so we almost missed out doing the podcast today to watch WrestleMania today. And because I went to Tyler's house for Royal Rumble, which was like a few months ago, to watch it there because I didn't want to pay for it. And
because that shit's overcharged.
Yeah, it's way overcharged, and I didn't want to pay for it. So while Nick was on his way here, I was watching TikTok of like WrestleMania and whatnot, and I called Tyler. I was like, hey, what you doing? I was like, I didn't say what you doing. I'm bad at talking. Oh my god. But anyways, I was just like, hey, you watch WrestleMania? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I am too. Whatever. And I was like, I'm watching on TikTok though. I was gonna ask if we can come over. And he's like, what do you mean watching on TikTok? And I was like, yeah, I'm just watching on TikTok. I was like, yeah, I'm just watching on TikTok. I don't want to pay for it. He's like, well, I'm not paying for it either. You can watch it on Peacock. I'm like, what do you mean watch it on Peacock? He's like, yeah, if you have Peacock, you can watch it for free. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I've been like...
Yeah, everything's on streaming now.
Yeah, I was like, well, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I didn't have to pay for this at all. Like, I'm watching this on TikTok on the fucking, like, 120p, and whatever it is. And, yeah, I don't know. I found that very frustrating. I went to his house a few months ago to watch Royal Rumble, but I could have just been at my house watching it here. Makes no sense. Anyways,
streaming is killing like movie theaters and like special events. I mean, not even the gaming events, like E3, the big gaming event, canceled.
What happened with that, by the way? I didn't look into it.
Okay, so with E3, most of the time, E3 is the big event. There's always like Comic-Con and stuff. E3 is the big event that showcases new games coming out, and the games that are going to come out soon to come out. Everybody was backing out on it. Nintendo backed out, PlayStation did, Bethesda, Xbox, Ubisoft, they all backed out on it because they realized they can make a lot more money doing their own events, like the Nintendo Direct, PlayStation State of Play, Xbox, I don't even know what Xbox does. They do their own one, and they can get a lot more cheaper and make a lot more money off of them. So E3 got shut down this year. This would be like the third year in a row since like 2020, since they've shut it down. And I don't think it's coming back.
That's sad.
Right? I've never been to an E3, but I've always wanted to.
I've heard they're not very great. I heard like it's more of like a press thing. Like it's not as good as you would think it would be in person. It's more of like a press thing. But like still seeing it on TV and seeing all these games come out like back to back, that shit was so cool.
But now it's gonna be during like their specific directs in like July or whatever. So either way. Oh, the PSVR 2 just came out about a month ago.
You gonna get it?
No, it is $500. Are you kidding me?
Come on, man.
You just told me you were broke.
I know. You gotta get it so you can let me play it.
Nah, I got my Quest 2. I need to bring it over here. Remind me to do that. And I'll let you check out the VR.
I've tried the PSVR, and that's the only one, the original PlayStation VR.
That one's good. It kept blowing out my power supply, though. Even on my PS4 Pro, it kept blowing out my power supply.
Dude, I would be pissed about that.
Yeah, I had to replace it like at least 4 times. Every time I would boot it up, I'd be able to play for like 3 hours, and then the whole thing would shut off.
When you say, did you go somewhere to get that fixed?
No,
or?
I fixed it myself.
Okay,
It wasn't hard.
okay.
You can just take the back plate out, a couple screws, and put it back in. The power supply alone was $70, though.
Well, if you have any problems with like your PlayStation or your controllers, whatever, and you don't take it somewhere, just take it to me. I'll fix it for you.
Well, I mean, I usually take it to Tech Bench. They don't charge much. They fixed my Elite controller for the Xbox for like $12. That's going off, by the way.
That's a good thing. Wait, why didn't that second one was not a good thing? Give me 1 minute.
You're good.
Yeah, it's not right there.
Keep talking. And you put me on the spot. I can't think now. But yeah, Tech Bench. I gave it a Tech Bench down Walnut Avenue, or I'm sorry, Cleveland Avenue, by the bypass, and they charged me only like $20, and it was stick drift. They had to take the whole stick out, buy a new one, put it back in. Only for like $20. It wasn't bad at all. I also had my controller, my PS5 controller fixed because my fiance got water in it, so I had to get that replaced. It was fine though. So yeah. Do you fix controllers and stuff?
Yeah, I fixed my controllers a lot. Fucking. I've told you about the bullshit thing I used to do with the controllers if I buy a new one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the way you have to do that, you have to take the whole thing apart and then.
Oh yeah. I'm starting to get stick drift on my Nintendo Switch. The big one I got for the TV. I'm starting to get stick drift on that.
Luckily, it's not going the light, the little one. Is that what it is? Yeah. Luckily, it's not on the light because those are pretty much fucked with. Like.
Yeah, you can't mess with those very much.
Yeah, I mean you can, but those can be really easy to mess up if you try to get them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the small Nintendo Switch ones, they've been having a lot of problems with drifting.
It's like a 7-year-old console now, like almost 7 years old. And get this, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the second Breath of the Wild game, which by the way looks disappointing. I'm sorry, it does. It looks like a continuation of Breath of the Wild, but it looks lazy. Mm-hmm. Okay, it doesn't look like a sequel. It looks like a continuation, and they're charging you. This will be the first Nintendo Switch game, standard edition, $70 on a 7-year-old console.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I mean, I feel like it probably should have been $70.
I understand if it's on PS5 or Series X because yes, you're paying for 4K 60 frames that they claim. You're paying for the extra hardware. So $70 is like the borderline. Like you go past that, I don't know. But $70 I'm okay with paying. But for a Nintendo Switch game, the hardware on a Nintendo Switch is very weak. Mm-hmm. It is. Granted, it's stronger than most handhelds, but it is very weak compared to PS4 and Xbox One. Like, it is very, very weak. And I really thought Nintendo would have got a Nintendo Switch Pro by now.
It's kind of weird they didn't. Everyone kind of already thought they was going to do it like a long time ago.
And I would have paid for it. I would have paid $500 for it.
But they came out with the OLED instead. Like, who cared about that? Nobody cared.
It was fucking stupid.
No one cared when it came out either, you know?
I was like, oh, because when you first see it, you're like, oh, it's all white. It looks badass. I can't wait. And then they said it's the OLED model. It's like, OLED model? Okay. Well, does it come with a better processor? Nope, same one. Okay. Does it come with more storage? No. Brighter screen, bigger screen.
You know I was telling you about the Budokai thing?
Yeah.
I'll go and say that real quick. I bought a bunch of stuff for my Wii. Budokai, it's a Dragon Ball game called Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It came out in 2007. I bought a whole bunch of stuff for my Wii just to play it again. Used to play it a lot as a kid, a lot of nostalgia, and it's just something very special to me. So I recently got everything I needed, and when I got all this stuff, just like a week later, they announced the new game, Tenkaichi 4. And which is great. I love it. I want to play Tenkaichi 4, but it's like the coincidence of that is a bit weird. But the reason I brought that up is because you just bought Kingdom Hearts. That happened to me, the same thing with me, Kingdom Hearts. When I lived in a townhouse at the time, I bought a PlayStation 3. Never had PlayStation 3 in my life, okay? I went to 360.
Do you have a PS3 right now?
No.
Uh-oh.
No, I never had. That was the only time I had it. I had a 360, and then I went to PS4. So I never, yeah. So PlayStation 3 was I just never had it. And then, but the 1.5 collection or whatever it's called of Kingdom Hearts, I bought a PlayStation 3 and then bought Kingdom Hearts and just to play that. I really wanted to play that. I had a PS4, but they didn't have it for PS4. They only have it for PS3. Anyway, same thing. About a week later, after I bought that, they fucking announced it on PS4. I'm just like, are you kidding me? You know? So I think I realized if I just really want something...
Just wait.
No, don't wait. Just
don't
fucking,
wait?
Yeah, just go ahead and just spend a lot of money to get to buy the original version of it, and then the new one will come out.
Oh, yeah.
Right afterwards.
Magically.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up. How much time do we have left, by the way?
Like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Or 45, around that time, yeah.
I got a few things to talk about, but one of those things was Resident Evil 4. The remake just came out. I've been playing it. It's awesome. Either way. Would you buy RE5 remake? Because me and you kind of grew up on that.
Yeah, I would definitely. I think I would actually probably play RE5 like day one.
Just because of the connection
nostalgia,
that you had? Yeah. Because I was kind of thinking about this. Like, I went all the way back to like 2019 when RE2 remake came out. You know, it was a big thing, whatever. And then 3 came out, and it wasn't really that great. It was a lot of cut content. Sorry, I just bumped the table. A lot of cut content and stuff. And then I kind of realized, like, they've been using these remakes as testing for 4. And here's my theory. When 2 came out, they wanted to try over-the-shoulder camera, and it worked. So they kept that. Then when 3 came out, they wanted to test cutting content to see what they could cut and what they could bring back. People didn't like it, so they said, okay, we're not going to cut any content. And then they came out with Village. When they released Village, they brought the merchant system back. They brought the inventory system, new upgraded engine so that a lot more enemies can spawn in at one time, because the engine was struggling with the previous zombies, because 3 kept like stuttering and stuff. So when Village came out, they updated the engine for the PS5 and stuff. And a lot of people liked those systems. So that when 4 came out, they used all the data they collected with the original 3 games they just released and then made 4. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to release 9 next. Take some more votes from 4 and then from 9. Come out with Code Veronica remake. And then from that data, they're going to make 5 remake. I do think so. And I thought that was cool. I was like, it's just a whole big data collection. That's all it is.
What happens when they get to like 6 or 7?
My theory...
we're going to remake 1 again.
Hell, I wouldn't put it past them. No, I think they're going to stop with hopefully 4, but I don't know. They said they're working on 5. I'm sorry. They said that it's rumored. that they're working on 5. But yeah, I wanted to know if you'd play it or not, because I already told you I'm buying the most expensive edition that's not collector's edition.
Yeah.
I call it the most stupid edition because it is stupid that you're paying that much money for it. But
yeah, I'd probably play it on day one.
PS5?
Yeah. And especially, no, you know what? If you could do co-op on it, like you on the original one, then yeah, I would definitely do that.
Oh yeah, I'd play it with you. I'd come over here and play with you.
Yeah, that was like really fun.
So you would buy it day one?
Yeah, probably.
If they were to cut any content, would you be pissed?
No, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like when I played 5, I didn't give a shit about story because I had no idea.
I didn't either.
I had no idea what was going on. I was so lost on everything. I knew
too.
this guy was Chris and we're fighting zombies. That's all I knew.
I got pissed because whenever I played 5 and then when I watched the first movie, like the Resident Evil movie, my dad was like, "Well, we played 5, so we gotta watch the movies." Movies were nothing like it, which that was supposed to be. And I was like, okay, well maybe the old video games are like it. Didn't play nothing like it. Which now I've played them and I like them now. But before you go to like the tank control stuff, it's really disorienting and aggravating. But another thing I wanted to bring up, unless you wanted to say anything else about that, I got jury duty.
Oh.
Now legally I am allowed to talk about this. The judge had told me I'm allowed to talk about this.
Wait, you got jury duty or you going to jury duty?
Oh no, I got jury duty. I was summoned and then I was selected.
Okay, so yeah, I was about to say, when I know I called you and you already had it.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to say like I got it again.
No, the case is over. I'm allowed to talk about this. I'm just not going to mention names, of course.
What does it start with? Where does he live?
A letter in the alphabet and on a street.
What is his job?
Actually, he lives in jail now.
What is the occupation he had? Where's his family? What's his kid's name?
I don't like this.
But what happened though?
Well, I got selected for jury selection, where they get a bunch of people and you know, they ask you a bunch of questions. If you're eligible, you're part of the 12 people of the jury. I was selected to be a part of a case that had to deal with marijuana, cocaine, and guns. Fun stuff. I got to sit in the actual jury room. I got to hear all about the case where this whole house had up to 12 pounds of marijuana. Now, I don't know if people know about marijuana and how small it can get, but 12 pounds is a lot. Like, it would probably fill this whole table.
I don't want to talk about my past, but I know how much 12 pounds is. It won't fill the table, but it would...
It would fill like a good amount of the table, would it not?
No, but like...
Really? You don't think so?
No. But, yeah, I don't want to talk about my past.
We'll leave it at that.
I've done things in high school that, you know, and, yeah.
But I got
Years
to see all the evidence. I got to see all the guns that were in the house. AR-15, Glock, 1911, you know, all that fun stuff. And they presented all the evidence to us. I'm trying to go back to it. It was just a few days ago, but once you're in that courtroom, it is dead quiet. You can hear a mouse fart. I'm not joking. You really can. Like, it is. You could drop a pin and everybody would like dart at you. It was deafening. But I mean, you've seen Law and Order and SVU and stuff. It's basically just like that, but it's a lot more dramatized. They don't interrupt you. Like, if you're a witness, you know how it's always like in Law and Order, they interrupt you to try and make their case. They don't do that. They're always like trying to let you finish what you're saying.
When I it's really weird. When I had custody case for my son, we was just in line to go to, I guess, to have our trial or whatever. But in the meantime, we would just sit in the benches and just watch other people do their trials. It's fucking weird.
I think those are civil cases. Those you can do in front of everybody. They don't require a jury, I don't think. This was like I don't know if this was a grand jury or not, but this was like a huge case. It wasn't civil anymore.
Was it in Dalton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Whitfield County Courthouse down the road.
Well, the dude was obviously guilty then. Like, there's no getting out of that.
Oh, we convicted him guilty. Oh, yeah. Trafficking of marijuana, you know, possession of guns during a crime. He's doing years in prison. But I'll tell you this, being in a part of a jury, you know, they always show the jury and then, like, you know, the case, they're presenting the case, and then, like, 2 minutes later, the jury has their verdict. It took us 2 hours to come up with a verdict. The room was hot as hell. And you know, while we're listening to this evidence they're giving to us, we're like, oh, okay, we know it. They're guilty as fuck. Who cares? We just want to get our money and get out of here. And
then you get money for doing jury?
They give you about $25 a day.
That sucks.
I got about $100 for the whole thing. So I was like,
oh, that sucks.
And I had to stay there from like 9 to like 6. It was not fun. Wasn't worth it either. But you know, we got all the evidence given to us, and then they said, all right, you're gonna go deliberate in the jury room. When you get into that jury room, everybody around you you've been talking to for a little bit, the door shuts and it's quiet, and everybody's like, oh shit, this is real. Like, someone's literal liberty is like in your hands that you can decide to give it to them or not. It's messed up. Like, it doesn't take 3 minutes. You know, everybody has to agree anonymously, or else it's a hanging jury. And it is, I wouldn't do it again in 100 years. I hated it. I hate this shit. They don't pay you enough either. And they don't provide your lunch. You have to go get it yourself. Yeah. Stupid. Yes. And by law, you have to show up, or they'll get a bench warrant.
So what happens if you're part of the jury, but you like fall asleep?
You fall asleep. The judge will probably be like, fucking wake up. But yeah.
I'm like, I'm here. What else do you want from me? You want me to be awake too? Damn. Fuck.
Yeah. The judge had asked us and said we can talk about the case 100% now, so I don't care. I just can't say specific names.
It's just, I would, like, I don't know. Sorry.
I mean, do you have any questions about it? Have you ever been selected for jury duty or anything?
Thank God. But dude, like, I feel like I would just be so bored. I would.
You are.
Asleep. Yeah.
You are.
I'd fall asleep, and then the judge would be like, you know, hey, fucking wake up. Like, well, you know, what else you want from me? Like, you want me to hear his case? He had 12 pounds and fucking cocaine. What'd it do? Just fall in his fucking roof? Like, I know what to do. I'm gonna fall back asleep now. Okay.
Yeah. It was. Oh God. And not to mention, one of them literally talked like Keanu Reeves. You know, I love Keanu Reeves as much as the next person. He's a great actor. But he can't speak dialogue to save his life.
Do you guys talk at all?
No.
Oh, see.
You are not allowed legally to talk about the case until after you deliberate.
No, I'm talking about, like, do you talk down the trial? Like,
no.
What you say? Well, damn. Okay.
No.
I guess that makes sense. Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that was fun.
But for me, like, here's my thing. It's like, okay, the cocaine and guns and stuff like that. Total other thing. For me, though, marijuana, I'm sorry, I don't care if you have 12 pounds or not. Like, shit's still legal in other states. You probably shouldn't have over like 2 ounces, but you know, but that's a lot. But you probably shouldn't have over 2 ounces, you know. So maybe something should happen out of that. But getting charged like crazy for marijuana, like, I still think that's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna ask some questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and warn you that if you do not want these questions on here, you can delete them, and we'll just kind of get past this part. Number 1, do you think marijuana should be legal?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I do too, but I think it should be, I don't know if this is the right word for this, but FDA approved, is that right? Like, so nothing is injected into it, nothing is mixed with it to fuck you up, like fentanyl or some shit. But yeah, I don't see a lot of cases where, like, I murdered my wife because I had marijuana in me. No, marijuana doesn't do that shit to you.
Well, okay, so I've heard this before, and I thought it was the dumbest thing of my life. But the older I get, the more open I get to it. But it was the thing of, like, just make all drugs legal, which sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But the more I think about it, it's more of like, you know, I think I'm more open to it.
Do you know why it's not legal right now?
What?
Because my theory is the government cannot capitalize on it. You can grow it in your backyard very, very easily, and they can't tax it. That's why it's not legal.
Well, I think the whole thing of, like, you know, just make everything illegal and say fuck it. It's just like, because people are gonna go out the way to do it anyway if they're gonna do it.
Yep.
And if they, if they get it from somewhere that you know, like, hey, this is proven, or this is like you're buying this in a store, it's not fentanyl. You know,
it's safe to consume. Yeah.
It's not safe. It's still meth, but you know what you're getting, dude.
You know what you're getting into, but it's nothing past what you know.
Yeah. So you buying this much, you won't die tonight.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, okay, so
because fucking what's his name down the street would have fucking fentanyl in it, and then you might die. So.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I have another question for you that if you don't feel comfortable for it, you can delete.
Go for it. I'm probably not going to delete anything.
It's a pretty heavy question, but I do want to know your thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on transgender?
Oh my god. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a shit, and I will call you a he if you're transformed into a he. I'll call you she if she transformed into a she, out of respect. Not because I have to, and
out of respect of what you are now.
Yeah, like it's a respect thing. But if you want to sit here and tell me like I have to use this, then no, fuck you.
Yeah,
like,
you're a she now.
You got a dick. We all know it, type of thing. It doesn't fucking matter. But
my pronouns are they and them.
Yeah. I saw this comedian dude. He's like he's a Muslim, I think, or whatever. But he came from America and he's trying to learn, and he's learning about transgenders. He's like talking about they and them. He's like I'm bringing my friend over. He's coming to cookout, but the transgender whatever. So it's like they come to cookout, and so like dude cooks all this fucking food.
Oh shit! Because he thought multiple people was coming.
Yeah. And then he's just like, what? And then they show up. He's like, where's everybody at? He's like, they're here. He's like, what do you mean they're here? He's like, that's they. He's like, they better eat all this goddamn food.
Yeah. I wanted to know your thoughts on that because it's so stupid.
Because you're talking about the whole school shooting thing.
Well. In court, they had mentioned that, but that had brought it up because evidently there was a shooter. God bless. I hope everybody made it out okay. In Nashville, was it?
Yeah.
And she was transgender. He was transgender. They were transgender.
He was transgender. She was. Goddamn.
Fuck it.
Was it? It was a girl going into a guy, right?
It was transgender.
So she was she shot up the fucking school. Whatever.
And so there's like this big debate now.
But I mean, I'm not trying to feed into the pile of bullshit because that's what they want to point it at. It should be pointed at guns, but they're pointing at that.
Oh yeah.
But it could be with the whole transition thing could have fucked with the brain.
That's true.
That could be a part of it, but she could have just been a psychopath also. So,
but I just wanted to know your point on that because I know that's a very controversial topipic on some people.
I kind of want to punch them in the face if they the people who just want to live their lives and just do that.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, but the people that are like, you gotta say this, dude, just it's annoying. It's annoying. But yeah, the transgender. Give me another hard topic.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What are your thoughts on abortion?
Fucking yeah, you can have it.
Really?
Yeah. I think if you have created, or if you've done the deed, I don't think you done the deed. Now you have to deal with the consequences. Like you should have a choice of like, do you want this to happen or do you not? Like, because it's not just your life changing; it's their life changing. Because if you're not ready to have a child, you might say it might be better for it to be to come, but there's also a chance it could be better if it didn't because of your stupid ass mistakes of you not being able to be ready, you not being able to do anything could cause this child to have way more fucked up issues than it should have.
Yeah.
And like it would never live the life that it could have had because of your issues you have.
Yeah, so, I could see that. I think
you're probably against it, yeah.
Huh?
You're against it?
What do you mean?
Like you think that if you have a kid, you should probably have the kid. I get both ways. They made a law that abortion is illegal.
I think that action was wrong. You took away a right.
Yeah.
I don't agree with abortion in general. I don't. Granted, it's a very gray area thing. They took a gray area law and made it black and white, and they shouldn't have done that. because there's a lot of things that can go into abortion, like was it consensual? Sex to create the baby itself? Was she raped? And if it's consensual, honestly, if you laid in the bed with someone and you said yes, you didn't use protection, or you did, you knew that it was a 99.9% chance, you took that risk. Granted, I do believe you should have the consequences of a child.
Yeah.
You did that.
I see that.
Now, if you were raped, that's different, of course. That's a whole different, ball game right there. And I have no say in that because I don't know any of that. But from what I've seen, yeah, you consented, you made in the bed, you lay in it, kind of thing.
I'm more of the impression of just, free will, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a really sensitive topic because whenever free will becomes of another life besides yours, that's whenever it's like super sensitive, So.
Okay.
But I totally get it. But yeah, that's just the way I see it. It's just like, if it's your body, you can do what you want with your body.
Yeah.
If you want someone else come out of your body, then you can have someone else. If you don't, then you don't.
There was a TikTok I seen a few days ago. I can't remember the guy's name. He was a bigger YouTuber or a bigger TikToker. He does podcasts like this. He did one with Andrew Tate one time, which, by the way, he got released from prison.
I saw
that. Crazy stuff. He talks a lot of shit, and a lot of stupid shit comes out of his mouth, but some of it's actually like kind of like it makes sense.
So here's the thing. Yeah, people are always gonna hate on this, whatever. But dude makes a lot of good points.
He does.
Dude makes, and that's just being sexist because we're both males saying this.
Oh yeah,
because that's what it comes.
We're both white males.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to. And if you say like Andrew Tate, but I mean he does make a lot of good points.
He just mixes it in with a lot of stupid shit.
He does. Yeah.
And some of this shit does sound misogynistic. It does sound it, but until you go into context of what he's trying to say, I think on the surface it does sound bad, but if you were to dive into what he's trying to say, yeah, it makes sense. Like, okay, yeah. I get that that's your point of view. Okay, that's fine. But what I was saying was, some TikTok dude was like, imagine if you're 18 years old and you just got an email saying you just got $1,000 because of some billionaire liked how you looked. Oh, great. And it actually went through. It wasn't a scam. Oh, awesome. It's got $1,000. Cool. You go to the bar, you start getting free drinks just because people like how you look. You're starting to feel good about yourself, right? People are like catcalling you down the street. You're feeling good. Granted, it's all about how you take it, but you're feeling good. You're feeling great about yourself, and you start getting that entitlement. You start getting like, oh, well, you should do this. I do look this good. Then they stop doing it. Then you're like, well, I deserve this. You've been doing this, to me.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like, he was messaging a girl, like, every single day, and then he just stopped.
And then he stops, and she's like, well, why?
Yeah.
But, they start getting this entitlement, and then you start kind of thinking, like, okay, well, I can kind of see that. If you put yourself in those shoes, yeah, you would kind of get entitled a little bit. You would kind of say, well, you did it before, why not now, kind of thing. And I was like, well, that's kind of crazy. Like, just to have that going on. That had my brain a little rattling, like,
There's been a lot of things of like, I don't know what you would call it. I guess men trying to stand up, like, hey, look, this is what it's like, whatever.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that a lot on TikTok. Yeah,
like a lot.
Especially with Andrew Tate kind of getting huge now.
Like, here's the thing too. Like, most of them are not wrong, but I don't think anything's gonna happen out of them.
Oh God, no. They'll get their 15 minutes of fame and then it'll die down.
Yeah, it's like, you men stay where you are, which is on the bottom.
Do you think women have it harder than men?
Yeah, in some cases. It depends it depends the scenario, I guess.
Do you think it's right that
Actually, no, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna say no?
Yeah.
How so?
Because I was thinking, do women have it harder than men? And I don't know what
we have to deal with it.
No, when he said that, since I guess we was talking about like being entitled and stuff, like getting things for free. I was thinking about stuff like that, like, oh, they got it easy.
The shit don't happen to men.
Yeah, but also it was like, I don't know, like, for example, I don't want to bring up like custody battles. Like, that shit's bullshit. Like, just being a mom by itself, you already probably going to get 50% if you just show up or you just do something, like just.
You already get sympathy points for it.
Yeah, and as a dad, doing everything that a mom would do is just like looked over so much, and it's like as far as like who has it better, mom or dad, you know, definitely mom. As far as like with a kid, you know, it's a lot easier with them. I guess lifestyle for a mom, like her personal life, probably not as good because job opportunities and things like that. But it just depends the field, I guess. So,
do you have any questions about this?
About
I don't know, any controversial topic or anything?
Oh man. Oh, let's see. No.
You don't at all?
No, I don't know anything controversial right now.
Another transgender stuff was big. Okay, do you believe any American can have any kind of gun besides one that has a felony?
Wait, do I believe that they can have any kind of gun?
Do you believe any gun should be legal to obtain?
No, I think nobody should have a gun, but we're already too far along with that to do that now. So we should control the guns. We shouldn't have assault rifles.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I mean, I think we can have guns because there's no way we're taking it back. Like, the jar has been opened and broken. They can't.
It's in the Constitution. Yeah. We have the right to bear arms, yeah.
So, I mean, there's more guns than there are people in America. So there's no way we're getting those back. Like, that's not going to happen. But we can control the type of guns. But that's not going to happen because they make too much money off of it.
Oh, yeah.
So, which is crazy to think. Have you seen the thing in France, by the way? You've not even looked at France? Dude, it's like 5 million people on the street, which it's crazy. Like, all of France is rioting right now. Or not rioting, it's kind of like a riot. It's pretty much protesting. But, dude, it's so many people. Like, I've never seen this many people, like, protesting before. Because, like, the videos I've been seeing, it's just like you start down the street, and it's like 2 minutes long of just like thousands of people just going and going and going and going and going and going.
What are they rioting for?
Because they started off because they changed the retirement age from 62 to 64, and that's what set everything off. And now it's like doctors have everyone's on strike. So like the streets of France are just disgusting. Like there's trash piled everywhere because they're on strike. And then, like, the doctors, they all went on strike, too, because, like, I think it was, like, 32% or something of, like, doctors have had their pay cut in the past, like, few years. So they're on strike. And it's like everybody's on strike right now. And no one's working, no one's doing anything because the government's, like, slowly taking things away. And they're just fed up with it. And I guess the retirement age is what just fucking blew the roof off. Wait. Damn it, why did I do the third one? You can talk on the... Yeah.
That's crazy, though. I didn't think France would do that, though. You would think France is, like, one of the most, like, quiet countries.
No, things like that happen, like, all over the place. So, like, for a perfect example, Black Lives Matter, that was worldwide, you know? So...
Okay, that's a controversial topic right there. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I'm not saying nothing about it. Anything you say...
What you gotta say, white boy?
Said the white boy.
What you gotta say, white boy?
No, you got a black friend. Never mind, I ain't saying shit.
Like, here's the thing.
You got TJ.
Here's the... I got more than just TJ. I got 2 TJs, actually. They're both named Tyrone, and they're both black, and they both work at FedEx. So,
no wonder my shit's late. They heard this shit.
No, but, let's see. Well, we're talking about Black Lives Matter, so
and TJ,
yeah, TJs. But the Black Lives Matter, I don't know. It's more of like, I think it's more of like, I know it's worldwide, so I can't really speak anywhere else, but it feels like it's more of like an America thing.
I think it all happened. Granted, racism has always been a thing in America. Granted, it's been diluted, but it's always been a thing. There's always going to be racism as long as you keep bringing it up. Not you in particular, not you, but in general. Stop it. Stop it. What's going on?
He's looking at his phone, by the way, for the people that don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the questions I told you I was going to bring, but I think I deleted it. Do you still have them?
No. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, if you see it on Facebook, then yeah. But the
I think I unsent it though on accident.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't I? Yeah, I don't have it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
I was like, I don't want to see this. Just save it for the podcast.
well, I'll try and remember them best I can, but we'll do that last. It happened after a black man was on the curb, and the police officer had his foot on his neck on the curb, right?
It wasn't on the curb. It was in the street, but yeah, he had his knee on the
his knee on his neck. Yeah, that's right.
On his neck.
And the dude was like a convicted child molester or something.
No, I think all that was just bullshit.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he was convicted of some crimes, but no, I think it was a lot of petty stuff.
Yeah.
Don't take me on that, but I think that's what it was.
Okay.
They were trying to make it a bigger deal because of how much it blew up, I think.
Yeah, I think he died, and then the whole thing flew up.
Yeah. But I think to me personally, I think it's more of like an America thing. I can't speak anywhere else, but I think there's obviously a problem with like black people in America. Like they get locked up, they get convicted way more. They get sterilized. Like if a cop sees like two people walking down a dark street and you see a white person and you see a black person, they're probably gonna pull over the black guy. Same thing with the car.
Or at least watch over him more.
Yeah, at least watch over him more, or just like driving a car or things. Here's okay. Speaking of TJ, since you brought this up, okay, this is a perfect fucking example.
How much time do we have left, by the way?
Like 10 minutes.
Okay, good.
But perfect example is you talking about TJ, okay? So me being a white guy living with a white family and whatnot, you know, when I met TJ in 7th grade, I started staying at his house a lot. You know, I stayed at his house like all weekend. His mom considered me like a second child and everything. I was over there a lot. So he has little brothers too, okay? I remember being there when they was like having a conversation when they're kids, talking about what you should do when you get pulled over. Like if a cop ever comes to you, this is how you react. This is what you should do and stuff. And it hit me. I was like, I've never had this conversation. Like we never had this talk, you know? And like I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Because most of the time you're never gonna be pulled over.
Or I mean, like I guess being white, you know, having that white privilege or whatever, like you don't get confronted with these situations just for no reason. So, but yeah, that was really weird. I remember when that happened, I was just like, oh wow, this is.
Just out of curiosity, I've asked like some of like work friends whenever I worked in laundry, some of like the black nurses there, we would always talk about movies, and just out of pure curiosity.
You mean African American?
Yes.
No, I don't think they like that actually.
I don't think so. And they're like, dude, I'm black.
TJ's like, yeah. I mean, even his dad, he's like, yeah, just call me black. But anyway, sorry.
You're fine. I would always ask her like, hey, what do you think of this movie, or what do you think of this movie? And it was always like about black oppression, like 12 Years a Slave, or you know, like movies like Till or something. I was like, what do you think of those movies? Because I want to know from your perspective. And she was like, they piss me off. And I was like, why would they piss you off? And she said, because I want the whole thing to be behind us. Yeah. I want to forget about everything and just start over. She said that they should stop teaching slavery. They should stop like making it such a big topic in schools, because all that does is just feed the stereotype.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. I live in an apartment, okay? So, like, I think that's already kind of happening. It all depends on your parents for the most part. I think you can still teach whatever you want in school, whether you do or don't. It's whatever. But I think it's more of like who's raising the child. Because my son right now, we live in apartments, okay? There's no white kids in these apartments, okay? I mean, he plays with Mexican kids and he plays with the black kids, okay?
Oh, really?
And yeah, he's the only white kid. But they're all friends. They don't
only white ginger.
Yeah, he's get out here, white boy.
Black sheep looking ass.
But like he goes outside and like no one gives a shit, you know? Like, I mean, I know they're just kids and they're gonna grow up, you know, but even now, just like I don't know, maybe like fucking 50 years ago that would have been different, but
oh yeah,
you know, it's not a thing now. I mean, fucking yeah, TJ lived with me for fucking ever. You keep bringing him up, well, I keep bringing him up now. You know, so it's like I got a black friend, so I got the black pass or whatever. It's like, I can't say the N-word though. I gotta get at least like 5 other signatures before I can do it.
You gotta have them all sit here at one time.
Yeah, they all have to be here with me, and I have to have that black card
signed
by
dated.
Everybody. Yeah, because the god damn it, because they're both named TJ, so there's 2 different ones. But the not the one that lived with me, but the other one, yeah, he would always try to get me to say it. No. That's what I told him. Is you gotta give me the card and get everybody to sign it. But
how come you don't have him on the podcast, TJ? I never really I've only met him once, I think.
The one that you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that I had to drive you to his house.
Yeah. That's a good question. I work with him now. I got him the job where I work.
I mean, how come you don't bring him on here?
I probably should. He said something about it the other day, but I don't know. I haven't been doing the podcast in like 3 months. I probably should. But
I wanted to ask you, after Kingdom Hearts and I finished up RE4, what other game cast did you want to do? Do you know?
Not so much Kingdom Hearts and RE right now.
Oh, I know. I was wondering if you wanted to take a break from those two and start to something else.
Maybe. I don't know.
Have fucking Jose on here do Metal Gear. Damn it.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it ain't.
It's not gonna happen.
Why not?
I lost faith in Jose's gamecast abilities.
Really?
Yeah. But I think I'd rather have Jose on just to be Jose, because he
fuck around.
Yeah, he can be really funny sometimes. And when we can just have serious conversations, and then just like this fucking one thing will happen, and it just throws everything off. It's funny. Like the main two is the bush, and then the
I remember that one.
The bush, and then there was the Edward isn't real. Fucking one. Those are the main two, yeah, probably. But yeah, Jordan was talking about doing a podcast too. And
really?
Then,
what was he thinking about doing?
Was he what?
What was he thinking about doing? Like, what podcast was he going to do?
I don't know. Well, he didn't say the podcast.
Am I loud enough, by the way?
You wasn't it for a second when you leaned back.
I'm sorry.
You are now.
But shit.
No, I mean he didn't say podcast. He said he was gonna hang out, but I assume hanging out is a podcast now just because I have a podcast. that's my interpretation. Hey man, you want to hang out? Yeah, fucking let's do a podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, fucking it pops in my head now.
Did you have any other ideas of what you wanted to do on the podcast? Like other like you had Gamecast, you had the bullshit ones. Any other ones you wanted to do?
The visual, yes. As the podcast itself, no. What I would actually really like to do is if I could just get like 3 to 4 people to meet up for a podcast like every other week, that would be super cool, but it's not gonna happen.
I mean, I could always force my fiance to come over here when I come over here.
Yeah, I want to be able to have like a group of people and just have them all like
consistently come over, or
something, and talk about like games or fucking like
bullshit,
anime or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like just like if a group of friends just came over and hang out, like everyone just gets along, and it'd just be like a fucking conversation.
What about Ryan?
I haven't talked to him in a minute. I should probably call him after this podcast. To be honest.
Just check on him.
Actually, I should probably check on him.
I don't know. What other friends do you have that you thought about doing? I don't either. That's why I'm here.
Josh, I chopped my finger off at his house, so he owes me something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guilt his ass.
Will.
I would love to get my dad on here, just see what he does.
You know what? That's a good idea. You should bring your dad.
I mean, I don't know if he'd even know what to do. He's so old school.
Just talk. Just talk.
Fucking say something.
Yeah. Actually, it's in the New Year's podcast. We're about to wrap this up, but in the New Year's podcast, Josh's brother, his name's Dustin. The guy's talking about the Cherokee axe throwing thing. Anyway, he was like, "What's the point of this?" And it's like, it's a podcast, whatever. He's like, but why? Like, why? Who would want to listen to somebody else just talk? Why not? I'm like, dude, just fucking sit down.
Just fucking try, damn it.
Just sit down.
Humor me.
But this has been that. Wait, you want to have anything else?
Nope.
Episode 45 of the Famous for Nothing podcast. Thank you for listening. Next episode will be back at surprise. I don't know.
You want to try and finish up Kingdom Hearts 2? Not finish up, but continue Kingdom Hearts 2?
No. Not until after episode 50.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just going to do a bunch of these. What we just did now is going to be the next few episodes.
What do you mean?
Until...
like the bullshit episodes? Yeah. Gotcha.
Just until episode 50, until I'm trying to be consistent again.
I'll bring some shit to do for us. I don't know.
Hey.
Like questions or a board game or some shit. I don't know. We'll get something figured out.
Yeah, so after this, I got like 4 episodes, I think, or 3.
4 shit. Yeah, till 50.
Yeah.
I can do math.
So we do 4 episodes.
Math, not math.
And so it's, they will be out before 2024. So,
Dude, give me blow your mind for a minute.
What's that?
In 2 months, we'll be halfway through 2023.
Huh. Damn, that was fast. Yeah. April Fools. Life isn't real. Love you guys. Bye.